Let's try to talk about the economic potential of agriculture right now.
Yes.
There's a lot of young people who are moving around every day. People are looking for jobs, and unfortunately, they cannot get it.
Yes.
And some people who have it, maybe, the money, the payment is not really that high as they want. It cannot sustain them. There's a lot of things. What is your thought about agriculture being the solution to poverty in Uganda or in northern Uganda, and the solution to poverty to the young people of Uganda? Do you think it is, it's the solution?
Thank you so much. That's a very good question. And for me personally, I feel it's a solution to ending poverty, to ending unemployment.
Yeah.
I was once unemployed for 3 years when I just graduated as well.
Oh, okay.
So I know the pain that comes with that. You see? But it takes a young mindset or somebody to make up their mind and say, let me go into farming. You only need to have where to establish yourself, the garden.
Yeah.
You can either do backyard gardening if you're in a town and you don't have a lot of land, or you can lease or hire land, or if you have some land that your parents have or that you have, even 1 acre you can be able to do amazingly.
Yeah, sure.
Just take this example. When I looked out that the pawpaws are quite expensive in Gulu, I said, but I can grow this crop. Why is it expensive? So you just need to see where the opportunities are, where you see there is a gap, and try to fill it.
Sure.
In this is a simple example.
Yeah.
I found out that pawpaws are expensive. I decided, let me plant pawpaws.
Exactly.
Let me fill that gap. Let me provide that to the market and get that income.
Yeah.
And see how it can help me move on. You find I'm doing other enterprises, but let pawpaw be one of them. And it's a crop that you're going to harvest for, I think, over 3 years. You know. And I'm told you can get, I think in a year you can get like 50 fruits. I don't know whether it's per season or per year on a single tree.
Yeah.
So I find it quite an interesting fruit, and it's a journey that I'm going to document properly and see how it progresses. And I'll also be getting you some of these clips to be able to, learn from this.
Yeah.
But definitely there are a lot of opportunities in agriculture. In value addition, you can say that I may not go into farming for digging and sake and so forth, but let me buy from some of these farmers and do value addition. Or let me do the trade bit of get from farmers, go and trade, get, some income around that. But under the agriculture sector, there's a lot you can do as a youth out there. Or even when you're in active employment and you'd want to come in and embrace this kind of approach, the sky is actually the limit.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I'm a young person and I've actually learned a lot about farming in this year.
Okay.
And farming is a big deal. Like, it's a real deal. Lastly, for today, what are some of the misconceptions that you think people have about farming? And if they are to change, what is that they should change?
Okay. One thing that I'm really seeing, I think, has come from way back. People look at farmers as people who have no future, who don't have money, who are always broke, dirty and shabby. Well, I'm not that shabby though, but when you're in the farm, you're in the farm, you have to work. But when you're not in the farm, it's time for what? You dress up, you go and socialize and, and become like the others. So it's all about changing this mindset and knowing that in farming, actually, you can make it. You can, first of all, one thing I would like to make very clear to the people out there, they may disagree, but you are not going to get rich or successful by getting employed. You need to think outside the box. You need to try and run your life independently. Go into something where you're employing yourself, where you're your own master. There you determine the pace at which you want to go, the max, the breadth and the magnitude by which you want to invest. For instance, these are 2 acres of pawpaw. Somebody might come in and say, maybe I want to do pawpaws, but I want to do 10 acres. You see? And you identify where you're going to take it. By the way, this thing, you find some people will go to know that I have it, and they're saying they would be interested to buy some. These companies that are doing export.
Oh, okay.
So you can imagine also somebody interested me that when time comes, they would want to get some pawpaws for export. But for the export, they want to go for a certain size.
Oh, yes.
Not all the big ones and small. You know, there is a certain size. And yet for me, I know that a Ugandan person, when he's buying, he wants value for money. He wants a big one, provided it is sweet.
True.
Okay? So for me, I've planted this. I'm here to see how it's going to perform and see how to do it better as we move along.
Yes. I feel that is really interesting and amazing, and thank you for your time. What you're doing here is actually really, really interesting and amazing. And of course, I think we can end this here today. I'm Charles Layoo, and this is the Ugandan farmer bringing you stories of Ugandan who are doing great thing in farming and agriculture.